we're going to go run down the Catacombs. It is interesting in that there are multiple graveyards in this city. You wouldn't think you'd have multiple graveyards in a video game. Like, why would you need more than one in the city? Turns out that not only did the original one get full, but the original one got full and super evil. And so they're like, let's seal this off and stop putting more bodies here to get reanimated. And they made another graveyard. And the same thing happened. So now they have the catacombs that they can, like, put the dead bodies in and lock the door. And the same thing happened. And I'm pretty sure that in any fantasy setting, you really should be cremating your dead. Just on principle. Just, there's not a really good reason not to. I'm just selling off my random stuff that I had picked up through the last chain. And we're going to spend some of our enhancement points before we go in, because we can get some more goodies to beat up undead, and we are primarily going to be beating up undead. A whole bunch of undead. So, opening up that window. I'm only going to spend 4 of these points. I'm going to save the other 3 for the next time we level up. Ooh, I like Divine Sacrifice. I do like that we get a bonus against all of our stuff. We have to be level 6 for this. Is there anything really fancy in here? Exalted Smite sounds fun. Lead the charge. Rush forward. I never really liked those attacks. It's like, you know, it'll close the gap between you and the thing you're trying to attack, but usually I hit the button and the thing I'm trying to attack moved a foot to the left, and I just kind of overshoot and have to turn around and come back for it. Not my favorite. So I think we're going to go 1 point for that core, which is going to make our little passive ability down here do more damage. And we're going to take Divine Sacrifice all the way up to rank 3. Because that is another attack that we can just put on our bar and just hit things for extra damage. Hello, Friar Renew. So, this starts out relatively normal. His niece stopped sending him letters. You know, they got a little weird and she stopped sending him letters. He's like, he's worried about her. He wants you to go in and check out his niece. This is, in the sanctuary, which is in the catacombs for some reason. Like, I guess this is also, well, yeah. It's basically an asylum, is what this is. This is an asylum. So, he wants me to go in, check on his niece. Perfectly normal, perfectly, like low-level adventure-y kind of thing, yeah. Still weird that the asylum is sitting on top of graveyard number 3 for the city. Get our hiling up here. So, these quests went through a remodel. There used to be a whole bunch of backtracking and stuff, but now they've kind of trimmed away some of the unnecessarily running back and forth, which I appreciate. So as the narrator's saying, this is not an asylum. There's a whole bunch of, like, dead bodies everywhere, big spiders, bats. There's lots of creepy crawlies that you really shouldn't be having in an asylum. Alright. Spiders don't chase me, so I can't just run to the end of the hallway. Is this the door I want to open? Apparently not. I had a feeling that it was like the left-hand door on one of these, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. It's at the very end. Ooh, a lever. So, run to the end of the hallway, lever, run to the end of the next hallway, lever. These areas are not nearly as big and complicated as, like, Chanticleer. Like, even if you get lost, there's not a lot of space to get lost in. You can find your way around here much easier. A lot of the zombies are going to come up after we find the evidence of what has become of her. Is it in here? Away with you, spider. See how far away I hit that spider? Two-handed weapons count as very large. Was it in here? I think they moved some of the stuff, like a door to the left. Maybe when they did their remodel. Oh, it's over here. Over here. This looks promising. Look, a note. Read the note. Father, they walk again. I have gone below. Marguerite. So, she's gone deeper into the catacombs. Weird. Now all of these zombies are getting up. Zombies do not threaten Greatsword. Not even a little bit. Zombies are also going to get bodied by the cleric. The cleric hireling shooting divine lasers. Yeah. Not exactly a big deal. Now we have to escape. What's this? We've escaped. We leave. So, what we've learned, something weird's going on, and Marguerite has gone below. So we're going to come out here and we're going to tell her uncle. What's up? All right. Now we have to go find a witness. I'm hoping I'm running the right direction. No, I think I was supposed to go. Yeah. We have to go talk to the boss, which is a very reasonable thing. Marguerite's gone below. There's undead popping up in the catacombs. Go talk to the guy who runs the catacombs. You used to have to run up here and talk to either this guy or the one outside in between every single quest. It was a little bit of an annoying little busy work to go up and down and up and down. So, now, he sends you to go find a witness. He wants to know what happened, so we have to go find a survivor. So we're going to go right back into the area we just were. Guess we can roll my silver roll of the day. I rolled a 50. We got a potion of stone skin and 300 XP. Well, I'll use the 300 XP. I'll probably never use that stone skin thing. So, return to the sanctuary. This is literally the same thing we just did. It's the exact same map, but now we're going to be able to go a little bit farther. Oops, I interrupted my hireling. So we need to go in the other half of the map is what needs to happen. And to do that, we need the key. The bloodstains on the floor go through the wall. Secret door. There is a trap here, but I am opening the chest from not standing on the circle. I am not... See, I am not standing over there, and I can still open the chest, take the key, and we turn around. And now we can go and do the other half of this area. Is there actually something down there? I've never actually looked. I don't see anything. You're lying to me, DM. I don't see anything down there. I see a zombie that's about to have a bad day. We did not do great against that zombie, but... Oh, there are shadows in this quest? Okay. You need to be careful of shadows. They do this touched by shadow thing. But more importantly... Okay, so what touched by shadow means is if you die, a shadow spawns. You don't really care because you're dead. But if you're playing in a group and your group members keep going down, or you have a bunch of hirelings that keep dying, you can kind of accidentally spawn way too many bad guys. This is the guy I was looking for in the first quest. We found a survivor. So, Marguerite is now the mistress. What happened here? The whispers told her they were coming. So, thing is, this is an asylum, right? There's a reason he's in the asylum. I will say it's kind of weird that he's here. So, one of the things about Eberron is that the Silver Flame, the Church of the Silver Flame, went on a crusade, a successful crusade, and wiped out werewolves. Like, they wiped them out. Lycanthropy it's not really a thing on Eberron because they legitimately did their job and killed. Oh, I need to go back to the entrance. We talked to the guy. Gotta go back to the entrance. So, the Silver Flame killed all the werewolves. Oh no. We've been locked in. Now we go to the fourth wing, and we go flip the lever. So, there shouldn't be a werewolf here. I don't think there should be a werewolf here. At least not without a lot more fanfare. A lot more, oh God, how is he here? Oh God, are the werewolves coming back? I think they just wanted because he didn't used to be a werewolf. He used to just be a crazy guy. You talk to him, he would disappear as if he was like a ghost or something, and you would move on just like this and go find this lever. I think they made him a werewolf because they had added werewolves to, like, the werewolf character model to the game since then, and they're like, what's a cool thing he could be? He could be a werewolf. Let's just do that. And I think they just thought it was cool, not thinking about how werewolves do not exist on Eberron, and it's a big deal, and the Silver Flame will absolutely torch your entire family to prevent, like, the curse from getting out. So, this is something nice they added. This whole character has been added. He moves you on to your next quest without having to actually go all the way back and talk to the guy at the top every time. You talk to him, you progress, And now we can just walk straight over here to the next quest and go straight in. We don't have to go all the way up, talk to the guy, come all the way back. It has smoothed this out significantly. So here's a librarian. So, we are here to learn about the duality. That's the thing we heard about that we think the duality was divided into 3 parts. Or at least the book about it. So the book about the duality is hidden in 3 places in this library. We gotta go get them. And then we'll be able to know about the duality. And the librarian is dead, even though I've already killed 2 of the 3 shadows. Oh well. They could have just, like, met us outside and given us the key. So all of them are going to be hidden. But we know they're hidden, so even my, derpy, like, ooh, take every book off the shelf. Yeah. I'm not smart, but even I can search and find all of these hidden spots. And we're just going to yoink, take that, yoink, take that. Some of these have traps in them, so I'm kind of being a little careful to grab it from a little farther away. I'm pretty sure there's still a shadow here. Oh well. This is a pretty short quest. The first one is like... Well, it's short if you... if you know where the things are. If you don't know where they are, you kind of wander around like having to search literally everywhere. No bueno. I like that they basically took the sewer map, or like the underground, like, ruins map, and just stuck a bunch of bookshelves in it. This absolutely looks like a dusty old library that they just kind of stuck in a basement. That's a good way to make a library. Just literally stick a bunch of bookshelves in there. Good enough for me. Little spot icon showed up, so... Apparently, we're not smart enough to find that one, but that's not the thing anyway. You can use Q to target through the walls, so I knew it was just a chest and not the actual required thing. Whereas this one, I can see Book of the Duality, Second Fragment, and the crest right there. So this one, we automatically find. Like, the DC is like 1 or something. Like, you can't not find it. So we grab the 2 things. The crests were added during the revamp. There didn't used to be crests in here. Got 1 more to grab. I actually don't remember what the crests are for, because I think I've only done this once since the revamp. Just to look. I know I really like that they made that recurring character so you don't have to run all the way up every single time. I like that. Whack, whack, whack. Oh, look at that. We found the right spot. Okay, out of my way, spider. I got books to steal. Ah, you need to... This one has to be the 3rd one, because this is what you use the crests for, is you open this. There you go. Ah! I knew one was trapped. Triple blade trap. Does it activate more than once? No. Take all my loot. Ah. Why do they force this one to be the last one? Because now you can talk to the guy who only spawns over here. Alright. So Gerard Dryden is the Archbishop, the boss's long dead uncle. So that his signature is all over the book. So we are going down into the actual crypts, and we're going to make sure we're going to make sure that guy's actually dead. Because if he's undead, that could be a problem. Because you know what happens when clerics become undead? That's this close. Really? This is counted as extreme challenge? You really don't want a lich scenario, is what you don't want. You do not want undead magic users. And yeah, liches are usually arcane, not divine, but who knows what that guide could do. Just because we're in a cleric-y place doesn't mean that the guy was a cleric. There's a lot of repetition in this quest. I don't like this one in particular because we have to run around the entire area twice. Not for any particularly good reason other than you do. We go one room at a time opening levers. So we did a lever, we get to move forward. Fight a few bad guys, and then every time we find a door on the outside, we go through, we pull a lever. It's really tempting to just not kill the bad guys, but I don't want the dungeon alert. We'll have to find some way to raise the gate. However will we do it? Perhaps this room that is identical to the last time there was a gate in the way? Oop, caster. Always kill the caster. You can preemptively get these guys to spawn by breaking the sarcophagus ahead of time. So you can fight them in smaller groups than all of them like you get if you pull the lever. There's a lot of bad guys in this dungeon. Moving forward again. Swing, 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 swing. Just kind of fishing for invisible guys. Around the corner. The Topaz Gate is shut. Whatever shall we do? Maybe go through this door and pull the lever? I do like this one. This is a cute thing. This member of the family was lost at sea. They don't have a crypt. Like, this is a memorial, so there's no undead, because there's no body here. I do like that touch. So we're almost back to the start. Skeletons resist slashing, so we have to hit them a few more times. I wouldn't come in here on a harder difficulty without something more attuned to killing skeletons, because otherwise it takes forever to kill them. We do have an ability later that's going to make their damage reduction irrelevant, but until then, maybe bring like a Great Maul or something, regular hammer, pick something that our little ability here that gave us Greatsword as a favorite weapon. One of our earlier ones can give you a bunch of other stuff. There we go. Longsword, Battle Axe, Heavy Mace, Morningstar, and Warhammer as favorite weapon. Just grab that ability so you can favorite weapon with a blunt weapon if you really want to come in here on elite, and then you can just respec the points, refund them after you're done beating up skeletons and you have your other ability. That way you can do your full damage the whole time. Alright, we have now made it all the way around the square. Now we get a key. And you know what we get for... Well, you know what you get to do now? We get to do it again, but we get to open the inner doors instead of the outer doors. Yay. This is a strength lever. You have to be strong enough to pull it. If you don't have enough strength, try your hireling. They usually do. If you can't get it open, that's fine. Just go backwards through the quest. It's fine. I'm just going to go forward because this is the way I'm going. That's more of a convenient shortcut back to the entrance more than it is required for anything. You do not have to open that gate. Oh, and I already missed one of the doors, didn't I? Or is this the locked one? Nope. Take the key, open the door. Do the exact same thing we already did. Walk in, pull lever, kill undead. Moving on. Walk to the next one. Walk in, pull lever, kill undead. With even more of these things bursting to throw more guys at you as you go by. Don't know why none of those did. So, I don't like repetition. I don't like backtracking. I want to do everything once. So, I don't like this quest because it feels like busy work. You're just going through each one. If you have a group and you can maybe split up and each of you takes one so you don't all have to stop every single time, maybe. So this one is a different kind of door. Our key doesn't work on it. If you're a rogue, you can pick that lock, and I believe there's a treasure chest right over there. So you really only have to do 3 instead of 4. And the last one's a bonus chest. But still, we're doing 7. Well, one of the outside ones was a rest shrine. So 6 identical little rooms while running a circle. And I overshot the door again. Yeah. Oh, mages. Always kill mages. I saw another mage. Whoop. Okay, mages are dead. You can tell they're mages because they have that big green watermelon around them. That's a death aura. So they heal constantly while it's active, and they do damage to any living thing that's in there. Not a lot, but it's like, it makes them stand out. And we're going to run in here and we're going to kill some undead. The game has been very much telling you, watch out, there's undead in there. But none of these are Gerard. Investigate. Search. The ghouls had gathered many of their trophies here, making it impossible to tell if the original is in the bone pile.
The mess made by the ghouls makes it impossible to tell if Gerard tried to remain.
And there we go. We don't have to run anywhere. We can talk to this guy. Thank you. I shall go there directly. He gives me a reward. And a chest. So now we can again walk straight to the next quest instead of having to go up, go down. I really like that addition. Because especially when there's quests like this that are so repetitive, and then you also have to like Stairmaster your way up, high-five the boss, Stairmaster back down. It's like, come on. Just let me run straight to the quest. Unsurprisingly. Well, let's say on theme, we got to do some backtracking. This one's not as bad though. So, I don't have the map filled out yet, but we got to go 3 different paths, and at the end of each one, high-five a sarcophagus to bless it so it doesn't become undead. We gotta go all three ways. If I go either way, right here, to just go around, this is just a wall. There are traps around there. You can jump on these vases, and if you have enough jump, maybe jump up on this fountain, pull yourself up and over. Now you didn't have to deal with that trap. This is the boss arena. As soon as you do the third path, 4 undead spellcasters spawn here. So be careful on your way back that you're not absent-mindedly running into a boss fight you weren't expecting. All 3 of these paths have a different number of levers you have to hit. This one has 4. Trying to kill the shadow so he doesn't go for the hireling. Hireling, go get that for me. I don't suppose you will successfully go hit that for me, so I only have to do 2 of them. No. Oh, you did that one. Okay. Got one of them. The Fane of the Winged Serpent. Neat. So we can't purify the altar until after we've killed all the bad guys here. Once they're all dead, this lights up and whoosh. When you say Church of the Silver Flame, they mean there's a literal, flame. Like their god is a silver flame that burns away corruption and stuff like that. You meet an aspect of it later. It's a nice guy. It fights alongside you. Alright. So. There's the lever we need to hit. That's a blade trap. That is an unbidden sneeze. I believe what we're going to do is wait for it to go and then just run all the way to the lever. Then we're going to wait for it to go again. Wait for it to go again. Shield up, I'm just going. Wait for it to go, run past. If you're concerned about getting stuck on the vases, throw your dagger at them first, and then they're not in the way. I got stuck on that one, and for a second there I thought I was going to get hit by the trap. Again, beating... Oh, caster. Undead gone. Altar lit. Now we're going to go run the last direction. I don't really like backtracking, but this is minor. This is just you're going 3 different ways. Yes, I have to technically backtrack, but it's a straight shot. It only takes a moment. I chose poorly. This should not be the last one that you do because I'd rather have a straight shot at the boss afterwards. But I'm going to jump on that vase and see if I can pull myself up there. No? Yeah. So, let's see if this works. If I look at my armor, it says armor check penalty -5. That means any of my skills that are physical based get -5 when I'm wearing the armor. So I'm going to take the armor off, jump on the vase, and look at that, I can jump up here just fine. Because I had a -5 to my jump from wearing the armor. Now that I'm up here, I can hit the levers and turn the traps off. So if you're ever a little short of making a jump. Take your armor off and make the jump. It legitimately makes a difference. Especially if you're wearing plate armor like I am. I think it's plate armor. Looks like plate armor. And the last one's lit. The main altar's guardians have awakened. Now that the traps are gone, I'm just gonna walk right through here. No fear. Power up. 4 white priests. If you're on anything other than normal mode, be very careful not just running in here and aggroing all 4 of them, because they can... Hello? Apparently I only get 2 because I'm on normal mode. I believe there was 4 before. So, just be aware. You might want to actually pull them a little farther down the hallway. Fight them one at a time if you can. Especially on Elite. This used to have a force field in front of it. We are right by the beginning of the quest. There's the beginning of the quest. We started at this shrine. Whoop, we went that way. Now, force field is down. Here is your treasure chest. And here is the next quest. We can just walk straight into it. Don't have to talk to anybody. And now we're going to do the exact same thing again. 3 paths, because this is backwards, right? We can't go that way. 3 paths, 3 things to bless. We don't have to hit levers this time, but still. Exact same thing again. These are old quests. Even with the revamp, it's like, come on. Exact same thing again? Boop. 1 done. It's a little quicker this time, because you don't have to kill the enemies. You can just run down there, high-five it, run away. Whoop. I guess it's supposed to be spooky, but I've never really bought the idea of horror in Dungeons and Dragons. It's part of what makes horror work as a genre is it's regular people. Like, regular people don't have superpowers and giant swords. Like, we don't watch, like The Walking Dead. Like, everybody knows The Walking Dead. What makes The Walking Dead scary is it's people who don't have, like, anything other than what they can scavenge. Like, they're not at their best having to deal with something big and scary. You drop Superman in there, and he just laser eyes all of the zombies. What? Did I actually fail my save against ghoul paralysis? That was... Not only did he have to hit me, I had to fail my save. That would have been just death on Hardcore League. Oh no, the floor is disintegrating. But yeah. I know they did like the Marvel Zombies kind of thing. And like, but they had to really go out of their way to make it like, oh no. What if the heroes got infected and somehow still had their powers? Like, maybe. But part of the thing is undead are kind of mindless. They wouldn't know how to use the powers, so... I don't know. Not a huge fan of that myself. So, trappity traps. What are we going to do? Go over. Trap defeated. These other paths here are all it depends on which way you went first, right? If you went left, right, up, you'd be coming from one of these other directions. We are going to go, let's see. I think we want to go that way, but we're going to go... Is this the way we're supposed to go? Yeah. The last of these things here. That's a really big noise. So, what's this? We've met Marguerite. And whatever that is. So she's kind of like being possessed kind of deal. He's angry. He's coming. I can't stop him. He's too strong here. North door. Take it and run. You legitimately need to run. So in the original version of this quest, you legitimately just had to sprint away, get these levers done, stand a little away so the trap doesn't get you. And this boss was unkillable. He is very not unkillable anymore. I absolutely can body him. Yes, I'm on normal mode, but if you beat him up, it paralyzes him, so he can't chase you for a little while. I think it's like 30 seconds or something. So you can keep going. So you're free to hit the levers and stuff. And you complete the quest when you get back to the entrance. Here is the entrance. I believe we're supposed to go up these stairs. And there's no treasure chest because you're supposed to be running and dive out the door. If you're on elite mode, maybe he takes a little more to hit, but I've never had any problems just hitting him with my sword and he'll stop, because even after the revamp, I don't think he's like unstoppable. He used to be straight up like immortal. So now we actually do have to go all the way up to Dryden and report that we found Marguerite, and there's a weird demon-y thingy possessing her. All the way to the top. So I remember being afraid of that the first couple times I ran this quest back in the day. Also, of note, this counts as a quest, even though it's not in the log, and it doesn't give you anything. Since we're going in the second time, I'm going to pick hard, because we've completed normal mode. Hello, she's escaped by a demon. She's possessed by a demon. He goes, oh no. And so, understandably, his command is go back to the catacombs and kill her. I mean, that's reasonable. If we're being honest, it's reasonable. You're possessed by a demon. You're inadvertently, perhaps, raising all of these undead thingamajigs and all this bad stuff's happening. It's like, yeah, sorry, but you gotta go. The thing is, and there she is, they even force field you in here because they don't want you coming out. You are allowed to talk to her. If you talk to her and you follow the not aggressive wording, she says she figured it out. She can control it now. You know, she's doing okay. And it was gray light that lowered the wards and let all the undead out. So She does have the demon possessing her, but she didn't do any of the other stuff down here. So we have an option, and this actually does affect the quest. We can kill her because she is possessed by a demon, but she didn't do any of that other stuff. She's legitimately just, think of it like a werewolf. She didn't do any of the other magical bullshit. She is just gonna turn into the demon thing once in a while, which we can beat up. Like, it's not even like the worst demon thing. Go to your uncle. She thought he was dead because he stopped writing letters. Because the boss intercepted all the letters. So she leaves. She leaves. She goes to meet her uncle. And she's taken to an undisclosed location where she will be safe and other people will be safe from her. And she will have actual priests helping keep her calm and work through her issues. So if you stop to actually read the text, you legitimately don't have to fight her. And now all we have to do is fight through these waves of mysterious enemies that came to make sure that we didn't get back out of here. Which, they don't spawn quite as fast as I would like. And sometimes an archer spawns behind you and you gotta go and kill him before you can get the next wave going. Still better than it used to be. I think they shortened it to the next wave spawns as soon as you kill a wave, instead of you have to like wait 10 seconds between waves. Just kind of standing around doing nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and buff ourselves too, because we can. Nothing here is particularly threatening. There are some mage skeletons, but not until you get to like the last wave of the last one. The only ones you gotta really watch for are, there's archers up there. And I don't mean watch from like they're dangerous, I mean watch from like, hey, just so you know, they're up there, so go kill them. That's how you're gonna get the barrier to go down. This should be the last wave before we can move on again. No? This one will be the last wave then. I don't mind this quest. Like, I like the little combat gauntlet. If you fight Marguerite, you have to fight Marguerite over and over again, I believe, because she just keeps coming back until you get all the way to the top. I might be thinking of a different quest, but I rarely play the bad guy role, and we're a paladin. Like, we wouldn't have killed her. I like that they let you not kill her, because too often there's the case, you know, somebody's carrying the idiot ball, is what they call it. Oh, well, if only they would have talked to each other for 5 seconds, they would have figured out that it was just a big misunderstanding and somebody else is the problem. Yeah, like this archer hiding behind a pillar so I didn't see him. But you legitimately can just walk up and talk to her and you figure out she wasn't the problem. And the bad guy is revealed. Can we get up there yet? I think so. And who do we find up here? But there's the bad guy, complete with his own demon. Which we have to finish off the waves here before we can go fight him. Yeah, this thing's still up. Do we got another wave? Or do I gotta run up there to kill archers again? Probably gotta kill archers again. Skeleton! Skeleton mage. And he's dead. Okay. Nice thing about mages is they usually go down faster, but you gotta get to them. Hi, bad guy. Quite a... Look out behind you. Yep. And so, turns out that not only does he have control of a little demon guy, which we're going to beat the crap out of and purify his temple here. Turns out the Archbishop was the bad guy all along. The Archbishop's the one that's being puppeted. We're going to walk out this door, and it's going to take us to a secret door in the little catacombs, like, public area, right next to the Archbishop. Surprise, surprise. Endgame, the Archbishop's fate. The last quest. The shortest quest. And it's literally just, we're going to walk in here, and we're going to kick ass. We're going to take this guy's name. The Archbishop trembles with anger or fear. And here's the actual bad guy. Uncle, don't kill me, I tried. And here comes Gerard Dryden, a demi-lich. Well, actually, I think he's technically a flame skull. I don't think he's strong enough to be a demi-lich. And he got owned by the hireling shooting a single laser beam. But yeah, there's a lot of bad guys in this quest. You probably want to thin the herd a bit on higher difficulties. This used to be, like, this room used to be a very different shape. It used to be more, like, enclosed, so you could go up and you would actually be able to just punch the boss down, because all the other guys couldn't even see you because of, like, the little throne section or whatever. But they opened it up so it wasn't so claustrophobic, which means you also have way more things aggroed on you at the same time. Some AoE skills, a friend, even just, like, in this case, the hireling being behind me means everything aggroed on it first. So I didn't take all those hits right away, so I could hit the boss, turn around, then mop him up. In any case, yeah, he's going to end up in his own asylum. Gerard ended up being the bad guy. We didn't find his body because he's a flame skull. I think if you play this on epic difficulty, I think he might actually be a demi-lich. But I think he's just a flame skull here. And that's the end of Catacombs. We pop down and we talk to the uncle. He says Marguerite is safe. Respectfully, he says he's not going to tell you where she is, you know. And nobody is going to know anything about this, because if he tells anybody, they're going to hunt down Marguerite. So the only way to keep her safe is to not reveal what happened here. So again, it's one of those, that classic case of being the good guy means that you get shafted on fame and fortune. Even though you just stopped an undead thing from raising an entire graveyard worth of undead right in the center of the city. I mean, yeah, it's a big city. Yeah, more or less close to the center. So yeah, that was Catacombs. There is some better loot in Catacombs than most of the other places we've gone so far. It's only, well, since the revamp, they might have moved it into the quests. It used to only be the end reward, so you had to do every single quest to get one chance at loot. I think they moved it into the treasure chests of the quests now. Off the top of my head, some of it's actually decent, but it is still level 3. I cannot tell you if the epic level version gear is any good, because I haven't got any of it. I haven't really looked into it, but this is a cheap pack. It's not nearly as repetitive now that they have the revamp fixed a little bit of the back and forth. I still don't think I would go out of my way to get it. There's nothing... oh, this is repair. Repair all. There's nothing outstanding. There's nothing in there that makes me go, oh, I'm really glad I have Catacombs. I'm going to go farm this out. It's all just okay. It's another case of if it's on sale... Ooh, actually, we might want that. If it's on sale and you want it, grab it. I wouldn't go out of your way to buy it full price. But I wouldn't avoid it. I used to avoid it. My old rating before the revamp would have been, don't buy it. With the revamp and the better loot, and it's epic now, yeah, get it on sale. Don't pay full price. Get it on sale. So we picked up a Cloak of Feather Falling, like a passive feather fall. That means we don't care about having to use our 1 per day 30-second feather fall anymore. We just always have feather fall. That is a huge, huge upside. We're never going to use the water breathing one anyway. We don't have to worry about falling damage ever again. Even if I have to use my cloak slot on a better item later, I can always just put that cloak on, jump off the cliff, put the other cloak back on. Just using quick slots here to put the items. No more falling damage ever again. That's what that means. Happy me. That was surprisingly good pull. All right, so that was the end of Catacombs. Next time we are going to go do something a little different. The next place we need to go is Saltmarsh. It is actually Ghosts of Saltmarsh, the D&D book that I think they just released a 5th edition version of not that long ago. It's Saltmarsh, actual Saltmarsh. I don't have it on this account, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go on one of my characters on my account that's low level, and we're going to run through Saltmarsh on my account. My other account. So, the character will look a little different, but that's fine. We're doing level 3 quests, and we're very close to level 6, so we were going to out-level all of this stuff very soon. So it's fine. We'll take a little break from this character, do something a little different, and take a tour of Saltmarsh next time. Thanks for watching. See you then.